Good? Okay. We'll have the pledge to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. And welcome to all of our guests. Really excited to have you here, and the reason is wonderful. So we'll get started with our meeting and call it to order and ask for an approval of the agenda.
Motion.
Thank you.
Second.
All in favor? Thank you. And then our first is administrative update and celebrations.
All right, thank you for having me here today. Lots of things to share. Obviously, despite some of the Indiana winter weather we've been having, we are off to a great start for the semester. I actually got a lot of positive feedback about our synchronous e-learning days. Mrs. Kinder and I popped into every one of our teachers' classes at some point during those days. And we had good attendance. We reached out to families of students who weren't attending on that first for the semester. I wanted to share that Mr. Officer Greiter, Mrs. Ham, and I all attended school safety training for 2 full days last week. We also completed an additional 8 hours of online training, which means we are all 3 now certified school safety specialists. So I appreciate the district's support to take that time to be out of the buildings, because obviously student and staff safety is of the utmost importance. In other exciting news, Officer Greiter applied for and received an AED, an additional AED for our building through the Henry County Heart Association, which we will attend a presentation opportunities for us. As many of you noticed as you walked through the hallway, coming here to the Titan room, there were lots of tables out that aren't usually there. Students, our 8th grade students, have all been working on a career cruise poster project in coordination with Mrs. Fredenberg and Mr. Renbarger. Through this experience, the 8th grade students are creating career posters. They are choosing careers that they are interested in and researching them, creating those posters. And then on Thursday, some of our elementary students will be coming up and cruising through those posters and talking with our middle school students, and try to get some interest in certain fields and learn more about middle school students, and try to get some interest in certain fields and learn more about career opportunities. Mrs. Fredenberg is also Keegan Kindred, Hannah Miller, Emma Mondrash, Spencer Mummer, Olivia Parham, Marky Stevens, Carter Wilkinson, and Lila Williams. So a big round of applause.
Can I get anything done? Please.
Can I get everybody here? Elementary principal, of course. Spencer Mummert, who chose Mrs. Garisco, who was his English teacher and now one of our school counselors, and Olivia Parham, who selected Mr. Berger. So congratulations to those 3 students. And the educators, they will all be invited to attend a program at Hagerstown High School next month to be honored and to speak. So we're excited about that. So thank you, all of you that came for those awards. If you don't want to stay for the rest of the meeting, you're welcome to leave. But thank you so much.
Really?
Okay, we'll continue on. We don't have any patron comments, so we'll continue right on to the minutes. Hopefully everyone's had a chance to review those, and do we have any additions or corrections? Do we have a motion to approve?
Motion. Second.
All in favor? And 1 abstention. Okay. On to claims and financial reports, approval of the claims.
First, we would ask for approval of the January claims. Any questions or discussion on that?
No, motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor? All carried.
Okay, next would be requesting a motion to approve the January supplemental payroll report. Is there any questions or discussion?
Motion.
Second.
All in favor? Thank you.
Okay, the next is just for information, the discussion of monthly financial reports. If you had a chance to look at those, does anybody have any questions? Thank you. Any questions or any discussion that you have over any of the monthly financial reports? Okay, you will see on the cash flow worksheets for both the Education and Operations Fund, you will see our starting amount in January and where we were at here at the end of January. And obviously, we're just getting started in this calendar year of this budget. So good savings so far.
Any questions about financials? Okay, we'll move on then to old business. Recommendation to approve payment of Power School's second invoice. Any discussion or anything you want to add to that?
We had originally, let me look at those dates. The
May.
May minutes originally had approved Power School to be paid out of rainy day. And then last month, is that right? We had approved for out of operations. And so then this month, we're going to decide whether it needs to be paid out of operations, rainy day. There was also a possible discussion of the 2022 bond. Again, the full amount was, back in May, it was for all of Power School. We chose to do the 2 payments, so now we're just asking for that approval. Clarification as to where that needs to be paid from.
I'm gonna make a motion to, pay it out of the rainy day. To pay the second payment out of rainy day.
And just clarification or for record, that is where the first payment came from. Did we do it out of rainy day as well?
I'm 99% sure, yes.
Okay. I thought that too.
Because that was what the recommendation was back in May.
Mhm. Okay. So I have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor? Thank you. Pay the bill.
Next would be the second reading of board policy, but this is actually board bylaws, and we have to have everyone here. So even though it was tabled last month, it's going to be tabled again this month. And the next two, I know that we had tabled last month, but I know that we had wanted a come up with a work session at some point before we actually voted on those. So I'm going to assume that this month, or at this point, we're going to table those again. So do we need to vote on that to table them, or do we,
I think we need a motion to table.
all three of them? Can we just do them all together? Is everybody okay with that? Okay.
So you're requesting a
only two
motion
there.
for,
B, C, and D to be tabled.
Oh, yeah,
okay.
okay, yeah.
Yep.
Sorry. I'll make a motion to table items of old business B, C, and D.
Second.
all in favor? Thank you. So we'll zip right down to new business.
So if you had a chance, hopefully that you looked at, the facility use guidelines, there's a fee schedule in there that we are asking, for a recommendation to approve that fee schedule. There was one already kind of in there, but it wasn't being enforced. So Abby has come to me and we've talked through it and come up with some fees based on what some of the area schools had done or similar to our size to see what seemed reasonable. And kind of came up with some ideas on what we thought those fee schedules should be. And we would like for those to start on March 1st. So that's what we would ask for a motion for if everyone is on board with that.
Motion.
Thank you.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. All in favor? Thank you.
The next is a recommendation to approve the purchase and installation of replacement parts for the Tri-Junior Senior High School library heater by Resolve Tech. So we had parts that went out over the snow days when kids were out, when school was actually out, not in session in person. We were at 52 and 47 degrees in the library on given days with several heaters in there. And Joe and Abby went and got as many heaters as they could find and have some more ordered and to keep it warm in there. But, and what are we, 7 weeks out, 6 weeks out?
6 weeks out.
6 weeks out for parts. So we still have heaters everywhere right now.
And we show three vendors here, but Resolve Tech is the one you're
Yes.
recommending.
Yes. And they will put a phase monitor on, so this will not happen again
Okay.
with our servers, et cetera.
So are there any questions or discussion about it? If not, I'll ask for a motion.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor? Thank you.
Okay, next is a recommendation to purchase a block heater timer for buses, and I'm gonna let Joe explain this a little more in detail.
Okay, so I toured a bus barn in Noblesville this fall, and this was something that they had implemented, so I had them come out here, give us a quote, and so the information which you guys should have, so right now, they've measured the wattage, the energy consumption of all our buses, so when they're plugged in for the winter, they're plugged in the whole time that they're out here. So it's just a heater so the bus will start. So this timer will let it run 2 hours before the bus is supposed to leave, and then 2 hours before it leaves again for its next run. So morning route, afternoon route. So instead of 24 hours a day. So right now it's costing us around $7,000 a year for electric for 140 days is what we estimated that they're plugged in. So if we put this on, it'll get our bill down to $261 a year. So less than 2 year ROI. Also, there is a panel they have, I think it's $545. It lets you know that each zone is on, because you don't know if it's on unless the bus doesn't start. Then you know, oh, we got a problem. Because there's no light, nothing to tell you that it's actually functioning. So it was a really nice system. They said if we do build a bus barn, they will move it at no cost to the bus barn whenever we can go do that. So I thought it was a good option, and like I say, quick ROI and $7,000 less a month or a year in electric. I thought that was good. Since we're total electric, we need all the help we can get.
Yeah, really. Any questions or discussion?
Where will the money come from for that? What are we talking about?
Did you guys have any conversation when you and Amy talked about that?
We discussed, and I think she had some ideas, but she did not say where, but she thought it was great, but ROI was, cut electric bill down.
Yeah.
She said she thought she could figure out a way to pay for work 100%, whether it was bond or something else. So I'm not sure. We never pinpointed the exact account.
So those buses, all right, can you explain this again, please? So they're plugged in to help them start.
Yeah, so it's a coolant heater, so it'll keep the engine warm, so the bus will start. Because when it gets under 20 degrees, diesel engines do not like to start.
Okay, so I guess my question is, like, we're coming out of winter, right? So is this something that's necessary right now? And I mean, if they're not, do you plug them in even when it's warm out?
Like tonight, we're plugging in, even though we got the 50 degrees day, we're plugging tonight, it's 26.
Okay,
So, yeah, they'll be plugged in most of the time until spring break. Spring break's usually when I take all the cords unless we get a real cold snap. Usually it's Thanksgiving break, spring break.
What's their turnaround time on having this put in?
He thought he could have everything, he had everything pretty much already in stock. He could have it put up in 3 weeks.
So I don't know that it's gonna make
Do much.
a break this
It's
season.
not gonna make a break, but this was a locked-in price, because this estimate's actually a couple months old, and I just talked to him last week, and he said he would still want this estimate. So, I don't know how much it would go up, I really don't know, wait until the next season, but.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. What if we waited till like August, like revisit it back in August, and then that way we would see how our budget is coming. Maybe we can take it out of operations instead of using like a bond or something like that, to where we'll be more into the third and fourth quarter, and we'll see how we're doing with the operation side. We don't have to use any bond money or anything.
Can you check and find out how long that quote is good?
Absolutely. See if you can wait till we can do a summer quote and see what the price.
But if he really thinks it's going to go up between now and then, I mean, we can bring that kind of back to the table next month if needed.
Because if we could have our work meeting before that,
Cause we'll have
because
that
that's
probably
one
what,
that
June?
Yeah,
we should be looking
When is
at.
that? Cause we do have that meeting, I think, like in
She's
June.
I think talking about for the
Mhm.
fall.
Oh, the other stuff.
Yeah, we need to get together and figure it out.
I think it's a good idea. We just gotta figure out how to pay for it.
absolutely.
motion to table? I'll make a motion to table.
For a month, let's put a time limit on it.
But don't you have to put,
I'm gonna bring it back anyway
Yeah.
each month.
if you table it, it's
Since we
come back.
tabled it, so we don't forget it.
Okay. Do you have a second?
Second.
All in favor? Thank you.
All right, next I have a recommendation to accept the donations. We have quite a few again this month.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor? Thank you.
Next, I would ask for recommendation to advertise for cash rent lease of South Henry School Corporation property. I do know that we've had some conversation about whether we were going to cash lease it or whether we're going to try and have the school, farm it again. But since we will be switching teachers, it made more sense for right now to go ahead and do the cash lease, and then we can revisit that again for next year.
Motion.
Second.
And just for a 1-year lease, is that what you were?
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you, okay.
I think it was March
Yeah,
It's March something through December 31st is what, I
Okay.
can't remember what it's on there, I can't remember what the
Okay.
exact date is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we have the motion.
Second.
Okay, all in favor? Thank you.
Next, we have a recommendation to approve facility use requests. We have one for practices and one for event for the Tri-Titans Wrestling Club.
Motion.
Second.
Thank you. All in favor?
Okay, next I ask for a motion for for the recommendation for disposal of property.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor? Thank you. On to personnel.
All right, next, I would ask for, I'm recommending, that we approve the hiring of a school nurse with retro approval in March. And so we're on, because of the tight timeline we're on, we would like to go ahead and get that school nurse in here, sooner than later and get them in here and working, and then you guys could do a retro approval in March if that's something you're willing to do.
Motion.
Thoughts? Motion, thank you.
Second.
All in favor? Thank you.
All right, on personnel, is there anybody that needs pulled out? Do you have any conflicts on that? If not, I would ask for, make the recommendation for approval of the personnel pending all the successful background checks and any other necessary paperwork.
Have a motion?
Motion.
Rebecca Sherwood should be a G, not an A. I don't know if that matters, but.
Good eye.
It should actually be over and be a separate, but yeah, we'll get that fixed, thank you.
With that correction, do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor? Thank you.
Next is just professional leave and, field trips, so those are for informational only. At least when I checked the other day, there wasn't anything in the upcoming future that was out of state, or overnight that needed to be approved. And then we also have the elementary and the high school CA reports, our SRO report and our ADM report. We did just have our ADM count last week. Count day was last week, and we were at 773, so we were down again. So that's unfortunately kind of a trend most places are seeing.
Do we know where they went? I mean, did they move or they do?
It's hit or miss, and I can show you on some of that. Do you know off the top of your head where most of yours have gone here recently?
We do, keep track of that, so there's not one, trend. It's a variety, some moving away, some just changing schools or going back to the school that they live in, the district they live in, and some going to virtual, for sure.
And I think I saw one or two new popping in today, I think.
Yep.
So, I mean, it's not just, I mean, there's a whole lot of that movement right now.
Enrollment today. Yeah. I did want to back up, there is one, potential overnight field trip that I was added, to, I just want to make sure that's, approved. It's here in the building, so it's not going away.
They're not traveling, it's.
No.
Oh.
Do we still need to approve that?
What's it on?
If it's overnight, it has to be
Yeah.
approved.
Even though it's
Is
in
it
house.
overnight or out of state?
Was that at elementary or high school?
High school.
When was it added? Because it wasn't on there yesterday, I don't think. Was it?
It was this morning,
What's the?
What's the date?
this Saturday.
So the 14th,
Yes.
Misty Jones,
Yes, sir.
you're in charge of that one.
I know. I hope I can handle it.
I can't get my page open now, but I thought I saw a trip there to Kings Island, did I not? Oh, that was back in June, that's his history, I see. I got you.
Will there be any other adults staying?
That hasn't been discussed yet. But, I mean, I'm probably capable of handling it alone if I need to.
Was there a 2?
Well, I was gonna say, because if there is, we just need them, their background checks done.
We'll make sure that everyone.
Yeah.
Is there not a policy on 2 adults on
Should be 2.
overnighers?
Yeah, it
I
should be.
have no
For your
idea.
safety.
I think that's a
We'll
standard.
make sure that there's
Yeah.
2 adults.
Needs to be.
I mean, you know.
Might get after some kids.
All right, so we do
Oh,
need
we're live.
approval of that one.
Write that down.
Somebody want to make a motion?
Motion pending background check and 2 adults on the overnight for Saturday. Female adults.
Can Misty vote on this?
I made
No,
clarify that.
Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Yeah.
Okay. All in favor? And 1 abstain.
All right, were there any questions on the informational stuff that I had? Okay, that's all I have.
Any comments from the board or questions?
When are we gonna do another, like a special session to
Yeah.
discuss?
Bond.
Yeah, we'll need a work
We
session
can, we
and,
can figure that out.
yeah, we'll get that scheduled in case he gets back. And maybe we can do that before I leave and after he gets back,
When do you leave?
right before the board meeting next month.
So Jonathan. is
Yeah.
here.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I won't be here next month. So then, information, the next regular board meeting will be Tuesday, March 9th.
When does Stacy get back? I'm sorry, did you answer that already?
He's this weekend, I think, sometime.
So toward the end of the month, although
How long do
that's
we-
pretty soon.
How long do we need before,
To let the
we have to
publish.
advertise, right?
Oh, yeah, it'll just depend on when we want to do it, because they only advertise on Wednesdays and Saturdays, right? So it makes it a little trickier, and we have to advertise it twice.
Well,
We want to pick a date.
yeah,
We can do that off after you
Okay.
finish the,
Let's do that, kind of plan that for Monday when Casey gets back.
Okay.
And get a date set and then we can re-advertise.
yeah, I'll put it on my calendar.
Okay.
Just get us aimed in the right direction that way.
Yes. Mhm. I agree. Okay, do you have a motion to adjourn?
motion?
Second.
Thank you.
We didn't vote. All in favor?
No. Didn't think there'd be any comment about that.
No, that's fine.
No.
It's pretty fast board meeting.
Was it?
It's where they say,